All right, Chattanooga. What's going on? We are now in spring. Spring started March 20th. The weather has been all beautiful and crazy. You know, beautiful and crazy. 26 degrees one day, 28, 32 degrees another day. But I think we are going to see some constant good weather
Mhm.
here in the next couple of weeks. We know that last night's storm was raging, and a lot of people were harmed from the storm down in Mississippi. We know a lot of trees are down here, even in our area, the Boone area. So we just pray that everyone's family is okay here at WPTP. I am so excited today. I stay excited. I have to stay excited um, because we got a very special homegrown artist in the house. Jimmy Allgood is here.
I
He
am
is
in the
here.
house,
He
in
is
the
in the house.
house.
And we're going to talk about the Jimmy Allgood Day. And before we get into Mr.
Mhm.
Jimmy Allgood, because we're going to do it right tomorrow, this day
Exactly.
is tomorrow, March the 26th. We're going to talk about something more personal to me.
Mhm.
My mother has been in heaven for 10 years now. Her 10th anniversary was yesterday, March 24th. And I was kind of gloomy. I was kind of gloomy because this was my best friend. She was my cheerleader. And if you all read my Facebook page, I talked about all the stuff that she did, sacrifice for me to be where I am today. So I dedicate this entire show to her um, today. And yesterday she visited me. I know you all thinking she visited you. This girl is crazy. She lost her mind. No, my mom actually, if you all believe in spirits,
Mhm.
um, she was at my office yesterday in Dalton, and she lifted me up because um, that was one of the most productive days in my 35 years of doing dentistry. I mean, I couldn't believe it. Folks was coming from everywhere. Everyone was accepting their plans.
Wow.
I mean, it kind of scared me a little bit because I was like, oh my God, where all these people coming from? And they're all taking their plans. And, at the end of the day, when I got my end of the day report, I was like, oh my God, mama, you was here today, weren't you? Because you wanted to lift me up. And it was just a beautiful day. And I felt her spirit there. She wanted me to know she was there because if you all knew my mom, she worked at Erlanger for 30 something years. And when I was in college at UT Knoxville and went on to UT Memphis for dental school, she worked 2 and 3 shifts. She would stay at work and not come home. The people loved her so much that they let her, and she was working all of those hours
Wow.
because, as you all know, it's expensive to go to school.
Yeah.
It's expensive to go to dental school. Most people come out at least a $500,000 in debt
Mhm.
because scholarships just don't cover everything. And so she would work, and her whole check she would put it in. We had a little joint bank account. She would put the whole check in there for me, for extra things that I needed, books, laundry, you all know, food,
Mhm.
the tuition. And when I was in dental school, all of my supplies, they're enormous, and the tuition is out of this world. But she never let me worry one iota. And I worked too. I worked too. And when I got out of dental school, um, I went into the bank. I've got this big doctoral degree, hanging on the wall. I passed my boards, and I was excited. I'm big Dr. Woods now.
Yeah.
The world is mine,
Right.
right? And I walked my little poor butt in the bank with nothing, no house, no money, nothing, just my degree, my doctoral degree.
Mhm.
And the bankers looked at me like, well, do you have collateral? I'm like, collateral? Yes, you'll need collateral for this kind of money to borrow to start your practice. And I had nothing. And so I say all that to say this. You can go to school and get your doctoral degrees, but when you want to start your practice and you got to buy $100,000 and $200,000 worth of equipment. You better have either some money in the bank somewhere, some
Right.
land somewhere, a house, something before these banks just turn this money loose.
Mhm.
And all I had was my mom.
Right.
And my mom, I had worked so hard. They bought a house on the North Shore, and this was back in the 80s. And the house that they had bought and paid off, she gave it to me. She
Wow.
quit claim deeded it to me
Wow.
for $1.
Wow.
So I could go back in that bank and tell them I've got some collateral. And she gave the house to me so I could start my practice. So
Wow.
a lot of people say, how she get what she get? I stood on the shoulders of my mom
Mhm.
and my dad who adopted me.
Right.
And all the other folk in dentistry that took my hand and walked me through
Mhm.
this journey for 35 years. They taught me the way I was supposed to walk, the way I was supposed to talk, the way I was supposed to treat people. My mom taught me how to give back. She taught me how to get along with a wall,
Wow.
because my mama, as I said in my story, was a bowl of sugar. Everybody liked her. Two people can't stand each other. But my mom got along with both, and they both loved her. It's the craziest thing. Nowadays, people say, "Well, if she your friend, you can't be my friend." No, 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 no. My mom was friends with everybody, and
Mhm.
everybody loved her. And they would say, "How you get along with so and so?" Honey, just don't pay them any attention. Come on, we're gonna do this right here, and just don't pay them any attention, honey. And that's how she was, and she instilled a lot of that in me. Um, I've got a little bit of other external influences that don't make me quite as sweet as her,
Right.
but I think that I got so many of my ways from her because she would give to anybody. She always kept one closet in her house full of gifts. So if you walked in her door and if it was your birthday,
Mm.
she say, "Wait a minute, honey, let me get you your birthday gift," and she come out with something in that closet.
Wow.
And she was just a giver. And
Yes.
when I opened up my practice, I didn't have any money other than what I needed to start it,
Mhm.
and I didn't have anybody to work with me because I really couldn't afford anybody. And my mom rolled up her sleeve, and she was my assistant. And I said, "Well, Mom, how much do you need for me to pay you?" And she smiled and she said, "Oh, honey, you can't afford me." And she worked for me and never took a dime the whole time she worked for me. And everybody loved her. So she would
Mhm.
just pick up that phone and say, "You need to come in here and get your teeth cleaned. Or you
Right.
need to come in here and let my daughter do your work on you. Anything you need to bring that insurance money up here." And I built my first building on Bunny Oak. And I built a two-suite building from the ground up. There was nothing on Bunny Oak back then. And we dedicated the building and everything. Everybody came out with the shovels and all. And my mom was there with me for that dedication, for that grand opening. And I was told I was the first African American female dentist to ever build a building from the ground up in
Wow.
Chattanooga.
That's awesome.
And so the mayor came out to help commemorate that moment. And so it was just a grand affair. I'll never forget that affair. It was beautiful. And so this whole show is dedicated to my mother,
Yes.
who shoulders I stood on, who without her giving her all and doing without so I could have an
Mhm.
opportunity to be where I am today, to be able to give back, and the heart that she had, how she instilled that in me, and she kept me in church. That's my foundation.
Right.
So I learned to pray when I couldn't do anything else, and I'm still that way. And so I thank her for bringing me up to love the Lord, bringing me up in the church. And I was a little star singer. I started in church at Mount Canaan. Reverend Melvin Jordan was my pastor. We was on Ocoee Street until it burnt down, and then we moved over on Chamberlain. But that was my pastor. And they made a little star out of me, and I started singing there at church, and I was voted most talented in high school all 4 years, so I can sing too now,
Wow.
Jimmy. Now
I
don't get all,
I'm gonna put you on put
right,
you in there with me.
right. So
Do a duet.
yeah, we're gonna have to do a duet. But I had to give that part of the show
Yes.
to my mom, dedicate that to my mother. And I thank all of you all for loving her and for loving her for blessing me through
Right.
loving my mom. Because some of you all didn't know me from Adam Apple, but because my mama picked up the phone and said, "Get down here and help my baby," you all came to Bunny Oak and you patronized me for years. And because of that, I was able to do so much. And I was able to make so much to help so many people.
Right.
And I know that's why when you give, God gives back. You can't beat God's giving, no matter how hard you try. And God has kept his hands on me because of the prayers of my mother. Because I probably would be dead and gone or just on the streets not doing anything if my mom had not prayed for me. And so I thank my mom, and I'm passing it on to my kids. The way my mama loved me and the way my daddy raised me, I love my kids, and I'm trying to raise them the way my daddy raised me. You know, it's a different time and era now. These kids
Totally different.
gotta hold it. If your daddy say sit down and shut up, or you gonna get smacked, the taste smacked out your mouth, you sat down and shut up because you knew it was coming. Nowadays, the laws are so different, but it's changed so much. But still, the love that your parents give you, when you got parents that love you, it can take you so far. And that's why I praise my mom, and because the love that she showed to me and my brother has taken us so far. My brother's doing very well too, but we love each other. It's just the two of us. And we love each other, and they didn't allow us to fight. We couldn't even fuss when we were growing up. And now, if me and him have a difference of opinion, we'll just go our separate ways for a little while and just not talk to each other. And then we'll come back and we don't even talk about what we walked away from. Because our parents just did not let us bicker like that. I wasn't allowed to hit my brother. He wasn't allowed. I was the oldest. He wasn't allowed to get me. And it was just like that. We were raised to love each other and to walk the separate way until you cool off and then come back and love each other. And that's what I think we're missing in a lot of families. The kids are fighting, they don't get along, they don't speak. It's because the parents let the older kid whoop the little kids, and they gone away from home, and one of the kids is raising the other kids. And so there's this disconnect with the way kids should be treating one another with their siblings, because they've not allowed to really be siblings.
Exactly.
So
fight all the time.
Fuss and fight all the time, and the parents let them fuss and fight. Sometimes watch them fight. So and say, well, your brother bigger than you. You shouldn't have, came towards your brother like that. That's why you're gonna get a whooping by your brother, because you got to learn that you can't walk up to folks thinking you bad.
And it used to be like that.
Right. So, Mom, I know, and I've been feeling you. I just want to tell you, and I know spirits are real, that I love you. And I know if I were to ask you to come back, if God would allow you to come back to see me just for a minute or two, you would say no. You would say no. You would say no, because I know where you are.
That's right.
You've got a new body, a new mind. And it's heaven, paradise where you are is beautiful, and you're with God. And the world here is so evil, so corrupt, that you wouldn't dare come back. If you had a chance, you would turn it down. So all I can do is to live in such a way that I can come to you. I ain't gonna rush it, Lord. But I know what I gotta do to be eligible to walk through the pearly gates, so we can be united again. So I want to just say that, and then we're gonna get on to our show, because it is an amazing show. Oh my God, Jimmy.
Yes, it is.
Jimmy, you left me. You went to Milwaukee, but you have come home. And I couldn't even be more excited about that. You all, Jimmy is back. And he came back for his Jimmy Allgood Day, which is tomorrow.
I am so excited. Like, this is about my first anniversary of my day, right?
Right.
So I am like grateful and thankful, for Chattanooga supporting everybody that's going to be on this event that's coming out to support this day because it's a big day for me.
Yeah, it's a big day for all of us. You've been on Fox GMC News yesterday with a beautiful interview, and thank you for giving a shout out to WPTP Radio 100.1 for hosting this event for you on tomorrow. When you did your record label signing, you was right here. And I told you great things were going to happen because you came through this station. You were on holy grounds, and God was going to do some amazing things for you, and He has. The mayor gave you a Jimmy Allgood proclamation, and they presented that to you last year, this time last year, and we were so excited. You put an amazing concert then for your VIP guests. Yes, we had such a great time. It was so much fun here at the Chattanooga Civic Center and Mountainside Event Center, and it's an amazing event hall. But you just lit it up.
Right.
Something about your dynamic performance, you lit it up. And so this year you're going to light it up again. Tell us a little bit about, first of all, how is your week been? Because I know you've done some things and you made some contacts. How has it been?
I mean, it's been great. Like, I'm working on a new project, which I'm working on some more songs.
Okay.
You Myself is one of the songs that was written by Winston Stella out of England. And he's one of the big Billboard writers right now.
Okay.
And he wrote a song for me called Fooling Myself. So we're going to release that song probably in another month. We want to give some time out for the promotion stuff to start. And also coming up in April the 2nd, nominations comes out for my award, and the voting will start. Yes.
Okay, tell us about that award, because some people may not be up to date. With what award are you up for?
I'm up for the Artist of the Year award. I'm
wow.
Up for singing songwriter, and I'm up for the male vocalist of the year also. And so I'm up for 3 categories right now. So I'm excited.
Tell us, what does that mean when you're up for an award, and tell us about this particular award, because there's so many different awards out there. What does this particular award mean for an artist who has been nominated, and what kind of, I guess you could say, what kind of things can we see as a result of you getting that award, as in terms of the world looking at you as being a successful artist? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, this award is international, so it's like everybody would know this company is international, so it's international singing songwriter. So it's a big event that everybody do. They do it every year. When COVID hit, they shut it down, but it means a lot. You get this beautiful crystal award, and then you can get a gold award too. So it's 3 different awards you can get, and it means a lot to me because I've never got a big award and been recognized for anything that I've done like that.
Wow, this is huge!
Excited, and they just sent me my first program that I can start putting my picture on and send everything out. But April the 2nd, I can't release it to April the 2nd. So I'm excited about it. So, and also I will be performing August the 5th at the after party of the award show also. So I will be in Atlanta, and I will be performing at it's Wild Wing Cafe in Atlanta. Yes.
Oh, we're gonna be the big ATL.
Atlanta,
wow. Okay.
So I'm excited. So April the 2nd.
How do we vote? That's important. That you on the look.
Yes.
We need all the fans, everybody. And WPTP is national and international. We are on WPTP 100.1 FM on Facebook. We're on WPTP 100.1 radio on YouTube. We're on Twitter at WPTP Radio Chat, and Instagram at WPTP Radio Chattanooga. And of course, you can tune in to your dial to 100.1 FM radio. So you all tell us right now, because people listening to us in everywhere. Okay. When you say vote for you, how do we vote for you?
Well, on April the 2nd, they will send a link out, and I will share that link with all my fans and followers and family and friends, and they can just hit on that link with my picture
And
and
WPTP, because we
WPTP,
can
yeah,
help
because
you
I can
really
help you really push
circulate
it,
it.
yeah. And it's a button that you will be able to hit a link, and it'll take you straight to my nomination page on their site to let you know what I'm nominated for, and you can hit whatever you want on there, best vocal,
We
best singer of
we
the year,
gonna hit
best song.
all the
So we getting all of them.
categories.
I want to be nominated in all of them. Shit, video too.
All right,
And I
all
have
right.
video on YouTube too. So, but I'm excited about that. But I'm way more excited about this event because it is my first anniversary, and Chattanooga is really showing out.
Okay,
You
now
know,
we're gonna talk about the event
and
that's
this is
happening
crazy.
right here tomorrow.
Yes,
You have a VIP list, and
yes,
tell us about who all's gonna be performing. If you all have not got on the
yes.
list, is it too late for them to get on
No,
the VIP list?
not really. I mean, because I still have people emailing me and
From
sending
out
me.
of town, I understand they want to come to
Yeah, yeah,
Chattanooga to be
yeah,
a part of
yeah,
this
and they like,
tomorrow.
well, some of the artists still haven't asked me yet about their family members.
Oh
So I
wow!
have a gospel artist that
Tell
she
us
just hit
about
me
your
up.
people. Yeah, I want to know.
So Denise Day, which I know Denise Day,
Show the screen. Our
she
engineer is
performs
going to
a
show
lot.
the screen of who all's
Yes,
going to be here tomorrow. Can you
yes.
show that?
We have Denise Day.
There we go.
There we go. So we have Denise Day, and we have Bobby Torrance from Real Tight, and then we have Maurice the Truth, and then we have the other artists, the gospel artists that I never met before, but they reached out to me and said they would love to be a part of this event, and so I'm looking forward to hearing them and meet them also. They never met me before, but they
Wow.
are very awesome artists, and I'm excited. And then we got my girl Bree.
Bree is in the
Awesome.
house, our WPTP talk show host.
Yes,
She is going to be live. You all know Queen Bree don't play. She knows how to
that's right.
articulate
Yes.
and get everybody excited
Mhm.
with her show. She is going to be hosting this
Yes,
tomorrow.
she is.
Oh man, the
And
house is
she's
coming down
excited.
tomorrow.
Yes, it is.
The
She's
house is
excited.
coming down tomorrow. Oh my goodness. And if you all have ever seen Miss Denise Day perform, she
Yes.
is amazing.
Amazing.
I think of Tina Turner,
Yes.
Shaka Khan,
Yes. Yes.
and
She
Aretha
do it.
Franklin all balled up together. She is an amazing artist. I cannot wait to see what she has to show tomorrow for the audience. I'm
Right.
definitely gonna be there. You all know I'm gonna
What's
be
so
there.
surprised she bringing Blackman with her. One of my producers, that producer was here for my thing when I was doing Dare Never Be. That High Know You like,
Yeah.
oh, he sings for her, like he back her up and he does her production also. So he
Wow.
performs for her on stage now too.
Oh
So this
wow.
gonna be an amazing event.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm trying to think. The artist, is it Switch that's got that real high
Yes,
voice?
There'll Never Be.
There'll never be.
Yeah.
And he hit that high note. It
Yeah.
almost pierced my ear. I turned around. I said, "Who is that?"
Yeah.
Oh my God, y'all, we are in for a treat,
Yes,
and
y'all.
we're going to be, hopefully, we're going to be doing this maybe live or videotape, or
Right.
we can put it back on
Right.
our website for people to view
Yes,
after
so
if
we
we
can
don't
see
get a
it.
chance to
Yes.
come.
Yes.
And we've invited local pastors and people
Mhm.
in the community
Right.
because it's not just R&B. We've
Right.
got some gospel people coming
Yes.
because we believe
Yes.
this is a God thing,
It is.
and we don't want to exclude God from the blessing because
Thank you.
the blessing is here, you all. I'm just so excited to be sitting next to
Me
you. I'm
too.
so glad I
And
know
maybe
you.
it's good for it to be on a Sunday because that was great.
Yes,
So that, it went on a Sunday last time. It was on a Saturday.
it was on a
Now
Saturday.
it's on a Sunday. On
Yes,
God's day. So
right.
it's a
Because we were
blessing.
thinking, oh my God, it's a church day.
Yes. I'm like, I don't know what
What we gonna do? I said, we're gonna do it on Saturday. I said, no, you can't do it. Baby.
Right.
Do
We're
it
gonna
on
do
Monday. I
it on
said, it'll be
right.
over on Monday. Everybody be
That's
back at
right.
work.
We gotta
I said,
do
we
it
gotta
Sunday.
do it
Yeah.
on the day that it's supposed to be.
That's
And
right.
then you thought about, well, we need to bring some gospel artists because
Yes.
if the pastors are gonna come after church, we
Right.
want to make them feel
Thank you.
like they're part of what
What
you've
we
got
got
going
going
on
on.
too.
Yes. Yes.
So,
Yes.
to all of the artists that are going
Mhm.
to be on the show tomorrow, we are very excited, and we are,
Thank you.
yeah,
Yes.
we
Thank
want
you.
to say thank you. And also, there's another part to you other than singing. You've got a nonprofit.
Yes,
Can
I
you
do.
tell us, first of all, the name of it and the
Mhm.
purpose of the organization and
Right.
how you advertise that or how you're promoting your brand?
Right. So yes, I do have a nonprofit. It's called Peace in the Street, which we bring peace, to not just one city, but all cities. And it's to help kids get out of gangs and put down the guns and bring the community together for people that have lost their loved ones. So it's something that I really want to share with the community, but I need everybody to come together with this because we need that. These kids want to stay in school, stop using drugs, and really help the parents too pay more attention to their kids too also. So it's a lot of things that I wanna do with this, organization, but I need everybody else to come together with this to make this happen, not just myself. But, I haven't launched it yet, I do have it, and, we gonna make it real, real huge, and we gonna come together, have the police department to work with us also, and the city of Chattanooga. So I'm excited about it. I'm very proud to have an organization.
Yes, it's amazing, and I understand you've made some contacts with some of
Mhm.
the recreational,
Yes.
directors for the city of Chattanooga, and you're
Yes.
working on that now.
Mhm.
And have you reached out to
To
our
Avondale.
city and our
Mhm.
county mayor, even
Yes,
about
yes.
this event?
Yep.
And also the sheriff department,
Mhm.
the district attorney's office, because we really do need
Right.
all of these entities working together
Together.
so that we can make a difference in the lives of our children, because it
Right.
is about our
It
children,
is. It is.
because sometimes they get left behind because we
Right.
don't have special programs for them,
Exactly.
and we don't give them a challenge. Like they get challenged
Right.
all the time, to get in a game. But
Right.
what are we challenging them to do to stay out of the
Out of the
game?
game.
What do
That's
we
it.
have
Right.
for the good kids that do good? What type of certificate
Mhm.
or a membership? You were saying giving them
Yes.
a membership,
Yep.
a
Exactly.
piece in the street membership card, carry in their wallet, and they
Right.
have a pledge of 10
Yes.
things that
Yes.
they will do
Yes.
as being a member of this organization.
Because
So
they need a foundation to build on, like, they need some of the kids because the kids don't have anything to do no more. I mean, they shut down all the 18 to teen clubs, the non-alcohol, and they have nowhere to go, so what do? They turn to the streets or either play video games.
right,
But we want to give them something to come in and be taught and have people that teach them about certain things. It's like the boys club.
right,
And that's what we
right.
want to do with Peace in the Street. Have the kids come in and watch videos, stuff like that, so they can educate themselves and know that they don't have to be out there in the gangs in the streets. They have someone that cares about them and loves them.
Well, I'm letting you know right now, Alton Park Development Corporation uh, has formed a relationship
Yes.
with Peace in the Street,
Mhm.
and your organization is welcome to come and use our facility with these kids. We've got a huge community
Yes.
center.
It's
We've
nice.
got a very nice computer center.
Mhm.
We have pool tables, and
Yes.
they're going to be delivering our big screen TVs. We've got a
Yes.
huge bar area and entertainment area for the kids to
Right.
come,
Mhm.
and with mentors to
Yes.
mentor young
Yes.
men, to
Mhm.
mentor these young fellas. And we want to be that we got a ball field and a playground
It's
out here
beautiful.
and a
Beautiful.
basketball court here at our civic center. And we're just excited about having the opportunity
Mhm.
to form a relationship
Yes.
with organizations like yours that believe in building our kids and putting into our kids the things they need to be successful,
Right.
and not to take away from anything you're doing. But the American
That's
youth,
right.
they are here in our facility. They've got two rooms out here. Their
Mhm.
whole mission is to work with our kids, our children, and our military men
Right.
and women. And so that
Mhm.
organization, your organization, and our organization
That's right.
serving as a liaison with other organizations, we should be able
We
to
should
have
be able
peace
to
in the
have
street.
peace in the street.
We should be able to have
Yes.
peace in the street.
And we're gonna have shirts made for the kids,
Yes.
along with the cloth
When
that they
they
put in
take
the
the
wallet.
pledge,
Yes.
they get
Yes.
the T-shirt.
Yes.
And for those who are out there listening, Autumn Park Development Corporation has a diversion program,
Mhm.
and we have young men in the diversion program. And the whole idea is to keep our young men
Right.
out of the prison.
That's right. Yeah.
When they've done a misdemeanor and it's
Mhm.
not really that bad,
Right.
we're saying to our government, our district attorney, our sheriff
Mhm.
for the city, our police chief, that we don't have enough room out there in Silverdale
Right.
anyway.
Right.
So when these young men and women have a small infraction or run in with the law, that's a misdemeanor, then they can do civic duties
Mhm.
here at Alton Park Development Corporation. We got 8 acres of land and a ton of volunteer
Mhm.
work
Yes.
that we would love to welcome them here to work out those civic duties
Yes.
right here. So we've got folks doing those things right now
Right.
at our center. They're cleaning the yards, painting, sweeping,
Right.
doing all kinds of things that we need them working in our thrift store, folding clothes, just an abundance of things that this center needs, and we need volunteers. You all know nonprofits, we strive
That's
on
right.
people
Yeah. Yeah.
volunteering.
Yeah.
So what better way to utilize people who have had small infractions to run in with the law than to
Right.
have them volunteered and giving back to their community
Right.
through Alton Park Development Corporation, which we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization, have been in existence since 1998. So
Wow.
we are solid, and we have a building that we own. It is the Historic Piney Woods Elementary School. And you all know we just got granted almost $500,000 from the American Rescue Plan
Yep.
Fund through the county commissioner. And we have done an enormous amount of work in this facility. When you came in, you were like, the
I
radio
didn't-
room was deleted.
I didn't know where I was at. I'm like, is this the radio station? She's like, you're at the right station.
Right.
Oh Lord, they have changed so much. It's beautiful.
Yeah, we
I
got
haven't
an
seen
actual,
the rest of you yet, but this is very nice.
yeah, we have an actual room that separates
Yes.
the people that come in as guests on the radio show
Yep.
from the guests who are out there that want to listen. And in the waiting area, we have a monitor, and they're actually watching the show right now. We have some guests out there now, and they're watching us out there, but they're not what you call distracting us.
Right, exactly.
And we do have a big window. They want to walk over to the window and look in, they can, but we can't hear them, and they can't hear us. And it is just a beautiful thing. And I want to thank those awesome commissioners who serve for the county for entrusting Alton Park with funds to make this change here at the Civic Center to restore this building and make it functional. Like you said, it feels good in here. We've got heating and air. We've got the ballroom. The lighting is now changed from the fluorescent. We couldn't hardly see. We had to have a flashlight on, but now we have LED lights throughout the building. And it's just, and we're still not done. The event hall, we have beautiful chandeliers, an amazing bar that was custom built for the center, and just so many things have been done. Painting is going on right now. The ceiling tiles are being changed out right now as we speak. The exterior painting on the building, you all going to see some remarkable stuff as it warms up now, and they can paint the outside and finish the job outside. Yes, and we are looking for getting that historical marker granted from the state of Tennessee on this building, because this building was built in 1963 at the height of the civil rights movement, and it was built for colored children. They call us colored.
Yes.
I don't like that word. They call us colored children only. And it stayed segregated all the way up until it closed, even though they had ended segregated schools, because of the nature of the community and neighborhood of Alton Park, which was predominantly African American. This school stayed African American. So even when they closed it, it was all Black children here. And so we are repurposing this building. We do own it. We are a Black owned board, and we own the facility. I bid it on the building about 5 years, 2015. And I bid it $1. You out on the story.
Yeah, that's what I do.
And I first bid it on it, and they bid it $25,000, and they got the building, and then they couldn't use it for what they wanted to use it for. So they gave the building back to the school board, and then we were the only other bidder. And I said, I still want it. And I got the building for $1. And then I turned around and dedicated this building back to the community. So this is a community building for the community of Chattanooga. And I know if God is using me to do his work through this facility, he took it from a church. So I know it comes from God. He took it from a church and gave it back to me, and he wanted me to give it back to you. So everything that this building is doing Everything that it stands for is coming from the Lord Almighty, and the works that's going on in this building. To Him be the glory. And we need you to invest in what's going on out here in Alton Park, because we're doing great work in the community. We're giving back every day. We are working with our kids. We're working with our parents. We're working with folks that have had trouble with the law. We're working with people who are into businesses and they're just getting started. We're trying to give them a platform where they can be heard. And even our celebrities. I look at you like another Usher, or who was the other person that came from Chattanooga? The actors, Samuel L. Jackson. Lord forgive me, Samuel L. Jackson. You're looking at the next sensational star from Chattanooga that's right here. You all heard it on WPTP radio. We small, but we are doing great things. Why? Because we're not just on the tuner. We are now digital. We're heard all over the world. We are global. And so you can turn us on anywhere in your car and you can listen to us through your Bluetooth. You can be in Africa. You can be in Australia. You can be in King Kong, wherever you want to be. Japan, wherever. And you can still hear WPTP radio. And you can call in anytime when we're on the air, 423-713-7614. Show that number on the bottom of the screen, engineer, because there's some people that want to ask you some questions. We want to open up the lines and let them call in and ask any question that they want to ask.
Anything.
So,
about anything.
so tell us a little bit about your journey, Jimmy, because people want to know what is it like to be, I call it chasing or doing your journey in this business. What has it been like? What is it like? What do we need to do if we aspire to be a professional artist like you are? What do people need to do?
Well, it's been a long road for me. Like I said, I put my first video out when I was about 18. I signed my first record deal at 18 years old. I put my first single out, was Special. And then my second single made me a national voice when I went to BET. I keep one out watching.
I love that video.
And it took you all the way back to people seeing, they still go to them like, oh my God, he did that in Boone Heights, because I was raised in the project, you know what I mean?
I was too. I was too.
And I gave back, I could have went all in the world and got this video done. I said, you know what, I want to be different than anybody. I want to give this back to the community. And I did it on my old school, Marianne Garber. That's why I went to school at. And I did it.
Marianne Garber. This is now trade school, Marianne Garber.
Yes, I went to school there.
Wow. Yes. Okay. Michael, you can find that video. I keep one out watching you. I want the audience to see that.
It's still amazing.
You can go on
today,
YouTube.
On YouTube. Yeah.
I keep one eye watching you, and you can see Boone Heights before they tore it. That's historical.
It's historical.
Because the
that video, it shows you everything, right?
The school, the project, you all videotape that, did the dance and everything,
right there.
And it was just amazing. I keep one eye watching you. That song, it needs to come back.
I tell you, it's amazing. Everybody here is love it.
You are such a, I call it, talented artist. And when you're as talented as you are, people, often wonder what makes the difference between you and being a successful artist nationally and someone else who is probably already doing the thing in Hollywood. I always say, when the opportunity knocks, that open up that door.
That's right.
And the opportunity is knocking on your door. And so the door is already open, it's wide open right now. You are a sensational hit. And Chattanooga's gonna have one more bracket right. You're gonna be down there at the Business Hip Hop Museum. We're gonna have a wax model of you down there.
Hey, like this. my album's in my hand, because it's been a long journey for me, And I think for the artists out there and the kids that's trying to do something with their life and they really need to just strive hard and work hard. Because working hard in your career make you what you are. You have to can't be laid back. You have to jump on it and keep working and working and working. Even if you have all these downfall moments, you still have to pick yourself back up and keep going and going and going. And that's what I do. I say, Jim is the work is hard, working personal show business. I do it all.
I'm telling you.
I do it all.
And that's I'm glad you brought that up. Even when you are aspiring to be, you are becoming, you have those times when things just don't go right. So don't think
that's right.
It's been all peaches and cream
for
Mr. Allgood. And when you think back on your life and all the stuff that you come through, you still standing.
Still standing.
God got his hands on you. That's what it is. Yeah. God got his hands on you. Bring that video up again. Let's watch that video because I want everybody to see how talented you are. This man got some moves. Take us there, Michael. Where you at? Okay. All right. We got some technical issues. They're gonna
bring you right back to it.
We're gonna bring you right back to it while we work out our technical difficulties. But y'all saw a little clips of video. I saw you.
But you know what? What was so amazing about that is that we had dancers to auditions for this video here in Chattanooga, and they just didn't bring it like we thought they would. So we had to go outside Chattanooga and bring girls in from Atlanta. And one of the girls used to dance for Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, wow.
She's really one of the dancers. Yeah, one of the cheerleaders. Wow. And the model they had, she was amazing. And I had some of the people that I used to sing with that always been in my corner when I was signed with Ray Rackers back in 92, 93 that played in some of the video scenes. Also, David Bledsoe. He's one of the talent.
Yes, David Bledsoe still doing some stuff in Chattanooga now. Yes, the Bledsoes. Yes.
So he was on the road with me. He been on tour with me. He have some backup with me. Like I have worked with this man and Tammy Terrell. She have sung on Special when it first came out in 92. She sung on that song with me doing the backup. So I still kept it with my friends and people that supported me.
Right now, now I may be wrong, but didn't I hear from the streets? Didn't I hear stuff from the streets, y'all?
Right.
That you had back in the day before all of y'all were discovered. You had some things with Usher Raymond, I believe. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, I had opened up for Usher when he first came here. When he first got signed with LaFace, she did a show at the Convention Trade Center, and I was on that stage with him, and I was with a group at that time. It's called Straightforward, I think. Not really sure, but we opened up for him. I talked to Usher. We formed a relationship that day. He was only a kid though, a teenager, and I used to before Usher got discovered, we used to go to Alton Park, and Usher used to be there. Yeah, I stayed on Bailey Avenue. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and we used to walk to Alton Park and go swimming, and Usher and the New Beginning, all the kids and stuff. With Daryl Woodward, they was all there, and we was in the bathroom singing, me and him, and what's it, Adrian, AJ. We was always in the bathroom singing. I remember I used to sing all these New Kids on the Block songs, and AJ used to sing with me. Then it was so amazing. He said, "Well, man, when Daryl introduced us to you, and they was kids then."
Right.
He said, "When we went back home after Daryl, we're gonna bring Jimmy Allgood and meet y'all." They were so excited because they never met somebody like me. Yeah, you know what I mean. And when Daryl came and said Jimmy Allgood, he doing the same. And then AJ said, I went back home and turned the TV on, and damn, there go Jimmy Allgood on BET.
Wow.
Yes, on Video Vibration and Video Soul with Donna Simpson when he was at BET. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So when you've had those, I call them success moments.
Right.
You can't help but to say, I'm good enough to be where everybody else is.
Exactly.
And so my moment and my chance and opportunity is still there.
Yes.
And so we are here, WPTP and Dr. Woods.
That's right.
Here, your home, because you gotta have your hometown.
My hometown. Your hometown. Yeah.
We gotta support you. And people, if you're out there listening and around the world, Chattanooga is with Jimmy Allgood.
That's right.
And we're gonna be here with you, and we're gonna support you. And one reason why we're going to do it is because you don't forget where you come
Where I
from.
come from.
When you
Exactly.
go out there and make it, you always come back to
Come
us.
right back home. Yeah.
And so we have got to support that. When we have an artist that's been on the national level and platform, like this man sitting here to my left, to your right, then we have to be there for him. Can we get that video back again? Can we try to get that on again?
In 10 minutes.
The sound. Can we get Michael from where you are? Sometimes, we do things virtual here. I
Yeah,
want y'all to know that.
I know.
So,
like we was in Vegas.
yes, yes.
Man, I had so much fun.
WPTP is so on the cutting edge of technology,
Right.
That we can run our radio station anywhere there's an internet, and we can bring people from around the globe into our station and do a split screen and pull them in the studio and interview them.
That's amazing.
And so
yes,
our marketing director is not in the studio, but he's with us in the studio.
Exactly.
And then our other board engineers here, and they have some technical issues. We're trying to get the sound to come through on our monitor.
Right.
But if you get a chance, if we can't get that on,
please go to YouTube.
Please go to YouTube
and check out that video.
Check out that video. I keep one eye watching you. I keep one eye watching
because
you.
a lot of people have came up to me and they said, Jimmy, you know what, man? He said, you are so laid back and so cool. He said, but he said, I remember when you came out with that video, and our family and my parents do. He said, but you inspired me to want to be a rapper. You inspired me to want to be singing. You say, if you can make it like that and come from your hometown and be on the national stage and be in nationwide and on BET, the only artist here in Chattanooga been on BET besides Usher.
Yes.
The first artist was me. And then you got Usher real tight. And he was amazing. He was like, man, look, you inspired me to sing. He said, and that's what I like. Thank you for showing us that anybody can do it. If you can do it all these years, we can do it too.
That's what
that's an inspiration for everybody, for every artist. I inspire a lot of artists.
Yes,
and what I do.
That's when you know God has destined you for greatness.
That's right.
When you can inspire the people.
Yeah.
And I always say, and even in my profession as a dentist, inspiring other young men and young women to want to be dentists, is what I do best. That's when you can share your blessings with other people and pass See you, but I'm watching you, and girl, that's why
Yeah, bone dry, y'all. That's bone dry.
See, I had to sing until somebody could see the light. I wanted my girl to be dressed
like that sound like ice.
Yeah, that dude, they're bad, Jesse.
Where he at?
He's still around here. He's bad. You ain't gonna get on that remix with me.
Yeah,
Got to put him back on there. And Victor. Yeah, yes. With that video, yes.
You are that kind of girl that I dream about. You walking by all the fellas just girl, don't be shy.
Yeah.
Keep one eye on you.
That's right, y'all. Keep one out watching y'all.
All right, y'all ready? Jimmy Allgood singing his song. You know he's the one that made the song.
That's right.
He's singing it live in the studio, and I am so proud of him. And you know they take us back to hairstyle and your look, like they used to look back in the day. You know, Bobby Brown and all that. I mean, that look is there, and it just gave me chills to see some of the I guess the scenery, the housing projects, some of the stores around the area there. I mean, this was it was work of a genius. That video was the work of a genius.
Got an award for the video out of Atlanta. Yes.
You all, please. I know you probably couldn't hear that, but go on YouTube. In fact, we need to post the link for all of our viewers to go out and watch that because of the restrictions on Facebook to protect our artists, the copyrights. I want you all to go and click on that link and watch that video because Jimmy Allgood is here, y'all. He back in town.
Back, baby.
And his Allgood day is tomorrow here at 701 Hooker Road from 4 to 7.
That's right.
He still has a few more VIP spots. If you all want to reach him, where do you recommend?
They can leave me a comment on my page. They can inbox me.
Leave a comment on his page or inbox him. He will reach back out to you. We got a few less than 24 hours before the show, but we are excited about tomorrow. It's going down. We love you, and you know this is Saturday. So tomorrow is Sunday.
That's right.
And so if you don't have a church home, you all are always invited to come to Greater Emmanuel Apostolic Church, located at 400 Tunnel Boulevard, where the pastor of my church, our great pastor, will be there every Sunday to give you the word. And we're just so excited about that every Sunday. And if not, you can always look at church from home because of virtual church right from your bedroom or your living room. So y'all, please go out there, go to a church, or look at it virtual to give the Lord the praise and the glory and the thanks for all that he's done for you. If not for all he's done for you, thank him for what he done for me. And thank him for what he's done for Jimmy and all these folks that are involved with giving back to the community.
Prayer is needed.
Yes, we want your prayer. We don't never turn down a prayer. And we also want your donations because this is a big operation. And we need all of you all to sow seeds into the only African-American based community development corporation located in the most economically depressed community of Chattanooga. The Emma Willer Homes is directly across the street, but we are here with a purpose, and we're going to stay here till God's work is done, and he'll let us know when that is. So until next Saturday, I will see you all. Be blessed and be safe and enjoy this wonderful weather. The first day of spring was March the 20th, and you all enjoy this beautiful weather. And also hit us up whenever you want to. If you need to come on our show, it doesn't cost you to come on our show. But if you want to do some sponsorships, we would love to have your sponsorships on the show. And until then, be blessed this week. We love you.
And we love you.